And it's a warm welcome to Győr here on the second game of the first day of the group phase. Group F, Lithuania and Russia. Russia come here as the group winners from the first round with a 2-0 record. Lithuania will take no wins into this second round, so the emphasis for Lithuania, get that win, get themselves in contention for qualification for the knockout stage. Teams going to the benches. We're going to get a look at the schedule for this first day of action in Győr. We've already seen Serbia have a narrow 2-point win, an absolute classic game against the Slovak Republic. And the second game up, we'll see Russia buoyed by a tremendous performance to beat Serbia in the first round, facing Lithuania. Roy Birch with me, former Great Britain national team coach. Roy, you saw Lithuania with the trials, the tribulations and the tests, and they had to come up with some big wins to get through to this stage. How do you see them in this game against the Russians?
They will certainly have their work cut out. Lithuania went 0-2. They lost by 14 to Spain. They lost by 6 to the Slovak Republic, 0-2, and they looked like dead and buried. They came out with a monster performance against Hungary, trailing by 16 at one stage against the host nation. All the cards were stacked against Lithuania. They put in a phenomenal performance. They dug so deep. Eventually they beat Hungary by 6. And then it was down to one game. The winners of the Lithuania-Sweden game would come here to Győr. It was an unbelievable game. We've seen one terrific game already today, and that too was a 2-pointer. Lithuania came out on top. You had to feel sorry for the Swedes. They'd put so much effort into that first stage, but Lithuania, they just dug deep. 2 points in the end. Sweden went home, Lithuania came to Győr. And on the back of that, you have to say basically that it is almost a superhuman effort by Gintari Petronaite, the number 11, super center, averaging 14.8 points a game, dragging 7.5 rebounds as well. The 26-year-old, and no wonder Coach Manta sharing us there has a smile on his face. At one stage, I don't think he thought they were going to make the second round, but he did a super game against a very, very good Swedish team, and his players didn't let him down, and here they are in round 2, and who knows?
Well, there's the last time these played in the EuroBasket competition in the first stage in Poland, where Russia ultimately went on to be the gold medalist. Lithuania came out on top, and Russia had a first-round loss. Well, they had a first-round loss against Latvia and had to beat Serbia to take any wins forward into this competition. So Russia have had their bad nights. Hopefully for them, they've turned the corner. We'll talk about this more. What we expect to see in this second game of the day after the national anthems, and we'll start with the national anthem of Russia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Russia. Most pedig akkor következzen Litvánia himnusza. And now, please stand up for the national anthem of Lithuania.
While players exchanging the normal gifts at the halfway line, get a chance to see the three officials in a moment. The third team on the floor. Here they are at the top draw of officiating from Romania, Montenegro and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Roy, we've seen a number of occasions, yesterday in particular, where the Czech Republic came up with a win against a team being unbeaten coming into the tournament. This Lithuanian team, Petronati's got to have a game, hasn't she?
She's got to. If Lithuania lose this, they'll be 0-3. And really, when you consider they only get 3 games in this second stage, they don't play against the teams they've already played against. If you go 0-3, you're struggling. So it's a must-win game for Lithuania.
Well, Russia, on the other hand, really did turn things around. They started very impressively in the first round with 2 wins, but then Latvia, another Baltic state, came out with a really inspired performance. And that's one of the things that all Lithuanian teams do against Russian teams. There's an inspiration on the floor. But they've got a great mix, Russia. Osipova had a marvellous game in the win over Serbia. 13 assists, a double-double. Normally for the 5 spot, you wouldn't expect the assists to be the second one of a double-double. But she's got some inside company with a 16-year-old diva who is an absolute phenomenon. There's that Lithuanian roster, Roy. We're going to get to see the starting 5. Who's the highlight for you?
Well, obviously Gintari Petronite, but Santa Oskaitė there, she had a slow start to the tournament, as indeed did all of her teammates. There she is, number 5, and Kamila Nakaskaitė as well. They'll run the point for Lithuania, and they have just improved steadily throughout the season. In a situation that they simply had to. They were going home otherwise. They had to grit their teeth and knuckle down, otherwise they were going home.
Well, I've obviously got the veteran Sandra Ligavesien back into the lineup after missing a couple of years off. There's the key players that really will have an influence on this game. Alina Osipova, for so long a role player on this Russian lineup, and Ginter Petronite, who is really the best level quality player, 14, nearly 15 points a game. Osipova's 8.8, she passes and rebounds. That battle inside, it's not so much the single one-on-one matchup, it's much more Petronite Garsk going against 2 or 3 Russian bigs at the same time.
Well, the caption there says Anatoly Mishkin, a legend, 60 years of age now. And if you look at the FIBA website, great article by Paul Nielsen this morning calling Coach Mishkin a fatherly figure. 60 years of age. I mean, he's been around the block so many times in his great game of basketball. 8 consecutive Soviet titles with CSKA Moscow. Back-to-back EuroBasket, 1979 and 1981, and he won the gold medal in the World Championships in Colombia in 1982. One of the 50 greatest players in the history of FIBA.
Wow. And what that tells you is the system within Russia now, with players of his pedigree involved at the top level coaching-wise. He not only brings the technical ability as a coach, but a great experience as a former player. Moments away then, players coming out onto the floor for this first game for both of these teams in the second phase of the group stage of the EuroBasket women here in Hungary and Romania. And the starting lineup for Russia out on the floor. The starting lineup that earned that right to play with the tremendous performance against Serbia in the last game in Sambate. Well, it seems like an eternity ago now, 3 days ago. Tempo's all important for me. Russia really do control me.
Just looking at the practice yesterday, Russia, it just seems to me as though Irina Osipova has taken Epiphany Prince under her wing. They're great buddies off the court as well.
And first possession is with the Lithuanians. And like I say, it gets it into the half court. They're going to have to move this ball, trying to spread the defense. Penetration, the tough shot is a foul. And Kirilova got taken off the dribble. The MVP for 2011. Gave up the middle. Foot speed was the key. And Nakasete will shoot the throws.
Averaging 13 points a game. The 25-year-old plays in Turkey for Istanbul University.
Well, she's 7 from 10 across the tournament so far from the free-throw line. Starts perfectly with 2 from 2. Referees want to have talk to the table. Just a slight delay. This Russian team have a very good look about it in terms of being comfortable as a group.
Good matchup straight away between Santa Oskakaite and Epiphany Prince.
Kirilova picks it up and goes inside. Viru's got to look underneath. Osipova steps, tries to extend the floor. Velikova catch and shoot. Beautiful execution. Great staggered screen coming back to the ball. And that Lithuanian defense is going to have to try and make Russia rush. But tonight the outside, no option underneath, trying to spread the floor again. They attack it off the glass. Linkovencian can't get it to drop. Chance to run. Kirilova looks, got numbers down the floor. Osipova on the inside, outside. Velikova to go back-to-back baskets, and follows the long 2 with the 3, and a 5-2 lead for Russia. Tonight getting a lot of touches, but they were outside. Linkovencian steps back, long 2 is off. Great work chasing it down on the glass. Linkovencian gets it to the corner. He goes inside. Oh, Vieira just ripped it away. Velikova just moves it. Transition defense forces Russia to pull it out. Prince still hasn't had a touch. Vieira going to work on the inside. Left down hook is fouled. She will go to the basket and will shoot 2. And at the moment, Russia getting what they want in the tempo they want it.
Well, after that win against Serbia, there's an air of just total confidence about the Russian players at the moment. Well, Beru averaging 8 points a game and 6.5 rebounds. Quite a few Nadezhda Orenburg players in this Russian team. It's good to have players who know each other from club level at the national team level.
The team, there's only 3 teams or so, Roy, for the whole lineup. Ball knocked away. Prince shows how quick she is. There's no out-and-out point guard on this Russian team. It's almost point guard by committee. And line basketball for Lithuania. Oh, far too easy out of bounds. Great finish next to KT. Knocks down the 2. Very simple. Velikova has it. Osipovic always going to be the release pass. Prince gets her first touch in the half court, takes it. Very inside, goes to Osipova, short 2 is good.
Fadeaway jump shot even.
Wow, she's saying, right, for years she was one of those backup players behind the Stepanova and people of that ilk, and now she's having to step into a real leadership role. Linkovencian gets to the foul line, goes to the far side of the ring off the glass, gets the drop, and 1 will go to the free throw line. Instant offense. The veteran just gets it done, going to the far side of the ring. She'll shoot the throw.
She's averaging more rebounds a game than points in 4 games so far. Alexander Likavician.
Kirilova will get it to Prince, who will get Russia into the half court. It's going to get a high screen from Osipova. A little hesitation in the lane, looks to kick. Kirilova moves.
Shot clock 5.
Oh, Prince can't get it to drop. Lithuania did a great job closing out. Petronati down the floor, they don't see it. Likavician keeps it, has it knocked away illegally by Elena Kirilova. And Lithuania will have the ball on the sideline.
And with just about 7 minutes remaining, Russia already on 3 team fouls.
This will test the discipline of the Russian defense, but nice look on the inside. Likavician goes up off the glass. Prince stays straight. And Prince has it in transition. Osipova with the early ball screen. Creates in the lane and kicks. The extra pass coming out. Kirilova gets a very soft roll off the ring. Ball will still belong to Lithuania. Tien will bring it in. Tonight wants it. He had to go long, and it was defense again. Sukaiti gets it. Tien looks inside. Petronati needs a touch. That's a foul. Vieru just puts her palm of her hand and holds.
2 fouls, Vieru.
Well, he got a great look out of bounds last time. Petronati gets a touch in the half court. Well, the three's gone, is long. And Vieira just owns it. No early option. Osipova gets it high. And Prince wants to slow it. Here it comes, ball screen. Look how pick and roll at the top. Prince, nice move. Doesn't get the drop. Likavician has a chance to run, and Lithuania have numbers. Great trowel. Oh, the shot was poor, and Prince has a chance to run it the other way. And there's the mid-court foul.
Interesting that for Lithuania, Petronati has not looked at the hoop yet. No stats whatsoever against her. And really, if Lithuania are going to do anything in this game, then she's got to step up.
Tough ask on the inside with the 2 big Russians, but she doesn't look like, to me, Roy, she's posted up and established a position. Osipova will reverse the basketball through Belyakova, who takes the screen, tries to turn the corner. Go inside, outside again. Vieira steps through, goes up, right hand hook, no drop. Petronati can't hold it. And Russia will hold on to the ball on the end line with a new 14 seconds. Prince comes off a stagger. They've got a lot of action off that. If she doesn't shoot it, she's got the option to go inside. Referee gives the quick whistle.
Illegal use of the elbows there from Osipova. Nice little nudge.
Let's have a quick look.
Well, get out of it.
When you get her elbow, I'm assuming you feel it too. Okasaitek gets it into the half court. Again, feet set for the 3. Is short, doesn't get the roll. Belyakova has the rebound. Looks long, nothing there. Osipova on the wing. Oh, nice little play by Belyakova. Gets the roll. Great transition. The early pass to the wing. Excellent penetration.
Well, Lithuania being forced to take off-balance shots early in the shot clock as well.
And still, Petronati waits for a first real look on the inside. Gets a piece of that. And Osipova tried to trap it with the right foot before picking it up. Osipova, some heavy strapping underneath the leggings. Looked like she had a calf or an Achilles problem at practice. It's not restricting her at all in the game. Prince, quick hands. Goes up, gets the 2.
The only good thing about that was that Camille Nakiskaisa was smart enough not to foul. She lost the ball, and there's some, well, I'm not going to foul. And I'll tell you what, she's a bit lucky there as well.
Sate looks underneath. Osipova just lives on the split line. Petronati gets deep. Now she's got to go to work. Euro, great defense. Just played the free foot. There was no chance to pivot past. Osipova goes back outside. Oh, Kirillov with nice little cut to the high post. Looked like a foul from where we're sitting.
So did that.
Prince will definitely pick up the personal, and good push by Saite. And well, the ball went into Petronati, and everyone stood and looked at her. No chance, no one moved, no one gave her an option. She's too good a player not to be productive.
She's got one stat so far, that's one rebound, the number 11 for Lithuania.
Current with Wisla.
I've got to say though, Mark, Lithuania didn't start playing until the second period in their first game against Spain. 5 points in that first period.
Well, they trail by 5 at the moment, 14-9, and for as good as Russia look, it is only a 5-point lead. Eliakova looks to the pick and roll. Great anticipation, great read by Saite, and Russia fortunate to retain possession. Efuni Prince, her turn to advance it into the half court. Oh, it's just blew past the defense. Beliakova on the closeout. Bad, very poor recognition by the Russians, given the fact that they'd almost lost possession on the sideline.
Well, Coach Mishkin actually warned his team they were late in the shot clock there, and no one either heard him or paid attention.
Tonight got spot, they've got to give her a touch. Well, they offered the 3 and they took the 3.
It's given us a long 2 there.
Well, Kitiani gets it's an open look and no one closed it down. They've just decided Petronati's not going to get touches. Lithuania are going to have to beat them from the perimeter.
It just feels as though Russia are so much on top, but Lithuania are within 3. Make it still on 3. Make it 5 now. Good pause from Osipova.
She gets a second look, knocks it down. Picks up her 4th point of the game. Slightly outside. Get that little flare off the screen. Petronati dives and still doesn't get a look. Still doesn't get a look. They settle for the 3, which is long. And they've got to get some inside touches, otherwise they're going to have to shoot the lights out to stay close in this. Here's Prince.
Well, Petronati got into early foul trouble in the first game against Spain, and it seems to me as though she said, I'm not going to get any fouls early on here. She's not even contesting the offensive boards at all.
Well, high-low play gets Osipova 2. Vieira repays the earlier assist from her inside partner.
Big moment now, Mark. You're very excited about the player coming in, Maria Vadiva, 16 years of age.
16 years old at women's EuroBasket, Roy, and she's not phased. She's almost too young to be scared of whatever goes on, and
doesn't know what the meaning. Doesn't know the meaning of the word scared.
She's got a lot in the locker already in terms of offensive options and counters, and she just plays very physically in there, and she's still growing.
And again, testament to Coach Mishkin's confidence to put a 16-year-old in there. First of all, to select her, and then to give her court time.
Well, we've had that conversation. It's a very brave decision, but it's a decision that the federation, the program looked at and said she is a future. So the other organizations should look at it as Petronati gets a chance for a first 2 and blows the layup, and Vadiva got back in the play to challenge the shot. Kirillova in transition has a look, gets it to Osipova. Oh, nice job. Oh, super movement.
Osipova got the rebound, and she got the assist as well on that play.
Well, she's in a very, very good place. You gotta love it though. Vadiva just wouldn't give ground on the inside. And Coach Mishkin, I think, is right, and it's both ways. There's the throw back. She gets thrown the other way. Referee sees the next action and calls the foul. Petronati, former European Junior Player of the Year. I'm sure Vadiva is going to have a very good shout of reaching that accolade. Petronati gets her first points from the free throw line.
And she has got a simply magnificent foul shot. Textbook perfection. But she goes out.
Well, it's a tough ask.
And the player that has replaced Petronati, Agley Chiksanuti, something of a foul magnet.
She's going to have to play strong. She's going to have to bang people around, Chiksanuti.
Oh, she'll bang people around, all right.
Vadiva gets it in the post. Tough turnaround, fadeaway jump shot, settled for it a little bit. Chance here in transition. Gukaskete going inside, mishandles, ball goes out of bounds. A little indecisive. Kirilova's opportunity to advance it down the floor. And they're exactly the right option here for Lithuania, really going after the guards at the point. Diva inside, goes to the middle, tries to step through, and we're going to get a first of those fouls for the Magnet. A little tough, really, because she just gets out of her own shape, didn't she? She stayed straight up, she'd be okay. End line ball for Russia. Last 39.9 seconds of a first quarter. Prince goes down. She was the first option, but Osipova's available.
And Osipova gets knocked over.
That doesn't happen very often. But that's only the fourth team foul for Lithuania. And it's still sideline possession. 32 seconds of a first quarter that Russia have been in control of, but for all their trials and tribulations, Lithuania still only trails 7. Prince goes to Osipova, beautiful pass. And Vadiva takes the contact, gets the 2, and Osipova at the moment is just in a very, very lovely place as a player. Just feeling the game.
4 assists to Osipova.
They take the 3, and they've taken the 3 most of the quarter. The ball goes out of bounds, will belong to Lithuania. And at the moment, absolutely no inside option for Lithuania. They've got a lot of joy off penetration, but have not made a pass to the inside to get anything productive. Tough 2 is going to be way short. Prince brings it down, and they'll do it for the end of the first period, where Russia have ended with a 22-15 advantage, to 13 advantage, and it's been a very dominant, very controlled, very professional performance in that first period. Oh, there's the confirmation. 22-13 at the end of 1. Lithuania have to make some adjustments.
Lithuania definitely struggling inside, and I will use the phrase, in the absence of Gintar Petronati, she's been a non-factor really, just 2 points from the foul line. And really the only other big player they've got is 24-year-old Kristina Almenaiti, and she's had 2 minutes on court so far in the whole tournament. So without Petronati performing, then Lithuania are going to struggle. And at the moment, Russia in total command in the paint, both ends.
Well, the way they've set themselves up, Lithuania, are not getting Petronati touches. People like Lingadishian and everybody else has just got to knock down the perimeter shot. How well did they shoot that in the first round?
After the second game, they shot well. The first 2 games, I don't know what it was, but well, perhaps it was because they were playing against the reigning champion Spain, but they looked totally lacking in confidence in that first game.
Well, Serbia had exactly the same problem. Russia zoned Serbia for most of the first round group game, but they couldn't make enough perimeter shots to drag the Russians away from the basket. Latvia, who beat Russia in the first round, shot the ball brilliantly at the 4 spot, as well as where you'd expect someone like Jakobsoni to score. They shot the ball perfectly from the perimeter, which dragged the Russians' defense out, and that just opened up the game. But at the moment, this veteran, wording it nicely, Osipova is, well, we called her We compared it to Magic Johnson the other day.
Well, you know, Mickey, Mark, I've commentated on women's basketball for several years now, and I've commentated on Osipova over the years, and this is the best I've seen her play.
Yeah. Well, we made the comment she was always that third big or something like that. Now she's fairly fundamental to how this team plays, and she just seems to love the responsibility. Start of the second quarter then. Prince will move it into the half court. Beliakova comes off, looks to pick and pop. Great look. It's a great vision to find Prince. Prince goes inside, Vadiva off the glass and one. And it's the confidence that not only does Coach Miskin have in Maria Vadiva, but her teammates have grown in that confidence, and her Prince off a pick and roll didn't even think about throwing the ball.
Good guy there saying she got both hands up in the air. She did have both hands up in the air, but it was the movement of the body that did it, and the and one is complete.
And Vadiva can also stroke the three throw. Russia now just firmly camped inside the three-point line defensively. Skate, long two, buries it.
Nakis 6 points now, sorry. Without that presence in the paint, then Lithuania have just got to pray that a lot goes in from the outside.
Krylov just hangs on. Zabalova gets it, 2-on-1 break. They should score. Well, she goes to the pass. Beautiful find, and they really did. Skate just really had to make the third person because Russia did well to get back and make it a 2-on-2 situation.
Great second face fast break there.
Yeah. Diva hangs on, just about gets it out. Turnover.
Well, the Lithuanian defense has just performed in the last minute or so of this, sorry, the first minute of this second period. And Coach Mishkin is walking down his bench complaining. It's not the bench that's giving the ball away.
Gabriel Gutskaite. He's going to... Zabalova feeling it off the bench, doesn't get the drop. That's an excellent job on the glass, and I think she's a little unfortunate. They've given the ball, they've got the right decision in the end, so the ball does belong to Lithuania with a 14-second reset.
Little committee meeting there between the referees, and they eventually got the decision right.
Scoute outside, no movement. Gets the ball screen. They go pick and roll. Vadiva just reads it. That's defensive IQ way beyond 16. Showed and then recovered and then just took the pass. Excellent job.
For a 16-year-old, she reads the game so well.
Future with a capital F. Here's Kirillova, finds Osipova mid-range, skips it. And Beliakova just attacked the long closeout. Put that one in the textbook. Coach Miskin looks to Dalia Nemok. Nemok is just she's more of a point guard than anybody else as a position. Just needs to get some confidence because she can stroke the open shot too. Here's Prince off the pick and roll, can't turn the corner. Tacks it down the middle, Osipova.
Was that a pass? Was that a pass? Oh, good.
Highlight time.
A behind the back flip pass to the corner.
She's done it a few times, has it in one hand and goes like literally out the back of the hand. Oh, Vadiva spins baseline, far side of the ring, L1. Take note of Maria Vadiva. That is a veteran post move. Goes to the baseline, shakes it, gets control.
Well, Mark, you say veteran. She's 16. She must have been playing since she was a toddler. Moves like that.
Well, mother was a great player. And completes the M1. Well, every one of these EuroBasket women will throw up a youngster that's got is a player for the future. She's not only a player for the future, she's a player for right now.
Petrinaite coming back in for Lithuania. Now's the time, Gintare.
You'd love to see Lithuania run whatever they want to run and just get her the ball straight off the bench. Post her up, give her an option to play. Baseline penetration, tough move, doesn't get the roll. Emot plays good defense and Prince has a chance to run.
And who got the rebound? Maria Vadiva.
Osipova makes herself available again. Oh, wrapped the pass, and even I think she's getting a little carried away now. I don't think Nemok would have seen that until it was past her knees.
Yeah, the no-look pass.
The no-look anywhere pass. The only place Miskin was looking was to the floor. Sate gets to the baseline, and Vadiva's just all over Petronati underneath.
Let's call that pass somewhat ambitious.
Well, keep it simple. Your offense isn't working, maybe get up the floor and try and make something happen with your defense. There, Kova finds Osipova. Now sticks it under her arm.
Do you know, I hate that when a player's allowed to tuck it under their arm and say, let's run a play.
Prince, oh, floated it to no one. Osipova's available again. Can't get it up, can't get it away. 24-second violation.
Well, you've heard the expression pass first guard. Have you heard the expression pass first forward? That's Osipova for you at the moment. And it works so well.
She comes off smiling. Coach Miskin smiles. Everyone's smiling. Me and you are smiling. Sate moves it on. But just nothing. The ball doesn't get below the foul line anywhere near enough. Nice penetration in the end, though. And that's a Kate. And she'll go to the free throw line. The only time the ball gets her is penetration down the middle. They've not really even spaced the floor to try and throw it inside. .6:35 to go in the half, and it's a if this goes, it's a single-digit lead.
That's 4 from 4 for Nakiskaita.
Well, now Lithuania will show the zone to see if they can get any change out of that. Kuzina is just a great 4-spot extended shooter for Russia. She'll go to the corner, looks inside, but Eva gets another touch. Petronati tries to knock it away.
This is better defense from Lithuania, and they foul with 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, it's a 14-second reset, and the Diva gives the option. We'll hand it off. Namuk.
Offensive foul against Vadiva.
Well, Veiru comes back. Vadiva sits down. It's the very warm pat on the back from coach.
That's the fatherly touch for you.
Sate in the half court.
Kamil Nakiskaita making things happen for Lithuania.
She's had to settle for the shot just above the free throw line. Prince has a chance to push. We'll get the early screen. Just about hangs on. Strong kicks. Beliakova is off. Namuk keeps it alive, and it comes off Vieru's left foot. Will be a Lithuanian basketball. Neither coaches felt the need to talk this over, which is potentially a little surprising for Lithuania, given the situation they find themselves in.
Well, I think Lithuania have decided themselves that they need a little bit more intensity. They've stepped up, definitely. That's a travel.
Yeah, Petronati is just... She has to work so hard to catch the basketball. Then she's got to get herself balanced. And Kuzina's just arrived in the game, and she's the fourth of the rotations on the inside that Russia have. So Lithuania trying to out-rush Russia almost. Prince gets to the middle, far side of the ring. That's far too easy. No one helped. They showed the zone and come out of the zone after a pass. Tried to trap. No one helped.
And the problem there is that Prince didn't actually have to work that hard.
No, not at all. It's Blover on a quick catch and release.
And this is the Lithuania that played against Spain. They're shooting within about 5 seconds of the shot clock. And Not getting an awful lot going.
So it's Prince's turn to advance the basketball for Russia in the half court. Kuzina outside. Vieira rolls. Well, should have finished. Petronati gets a defensive rebound. Kelly gets to the foul line, a little hesitation, needs a pass. Namu almost comes up with a steal. Saplova goes inside, Kuzina rotates. Petronati has it blocked. And on the inside, I think we can say that Lithuania at the moment are getting completely dominated, completely, almost intimidated by the physicality.
Well, no timeout from Lithuanian coach Mantas Jernius. I'm not saying he's quit on this game, but nothing is happening for Lithuania at the moment.
Well, I had a chance on the out of bounds, missed another shot on the inside that's challenged. And Russia are now at Russia pace. They're controlling tempo. They have an 11-point lead. Kuzina picks and pops. Was always going to shoot it. Buries the long two. And she just gives this team another dimension. She's just a very, very good spot-up shooter, as well as having some great physicality. Kaite off the dribble, moves it. Lithuania trying to answer with the three.
Well, there's an early shot again. That's not what Lithuania need.
Beliakova will move it back to Prince. They try and keep it moving. Tough move inside is there's contact with Linkovician, and Prince will go to the free throw line. Kirilova will come back in, and Beliakova sits down for the first time.
Cast your mind back a few days, Mark. What was the problem against Latvia, or were Latvia just hot that day?
The issue was, I think, Latvia were up, a huge game they had to win, so their intensity level was phenomenal. But they kept the game quick, they kept it spread, they shot well, but they really did defensively make Russia put the ball on the floor. And they played Osipova quick, so they made her play quicker than she wanted to play. And they built a lead, and then they just survived in the game. Jakobsoni was phenomenal. Inside, outside play, the three is gone. This one is long as well, and they are, well, forget the living and dying out there. They are literally dying from the three-point line at the moment.
And the thing is, they're taking a three after about 6 or 7 seconds as well.
Ball doesn't see the blue area at all.
And when you've got a player like Petronite who could dominate in the paint, just doesn't augur well for Lithuania, especially when Russia are red hot. And there is the first timeout of the game for Lithuania.
Well, Lithuania take their timeout. They've shown the zone, they've shown different man-to-man defenses, but the problem's down the offensive end. The beauty of a shooting team, if you move the ball, get it inside, outside, you're shooting in rhythm. There's no rhythm out here at the moment.
Not at all. It's not really about shot selection, it's about timing of the shot. Contrast that to Spain. If Spain are going to take an early shot, they move the ball quickly first of all, find the open player, and then they bury it. Lithuania are just not moving the ball, and any shooter, well, has the defender to confront as well.
And it's quite a difficult, if you're not making those and you're not getting inside touches, you've either got, as you say, take more time with it, get some more rhythm on it, but also give Petronati a touch early. She doesn't then have to force it. They can go inside, outside. They don't look like they've got the ability to get up the floor and make this a stretch, quick game. There's still a long, long time in the game. 36-19, though. They've got to get a good finish to the period. Yeshian looks inside. Petronati with a hook. Gets her own rebound, goes up. Is that good? No, can't get it to drop. But Kuzina just outworked her. Vilova gets it to the corner. Namuk having made the last two. Kuzina, he's short. Defensive rebound, Likimincian moves it. And Okasate looks to try and create, but the Russian defense just protects the ring.
Did you have any big comebacks in Group C, Mark?
Russia were the only team that came close to a big comeback when Lithuania had them down double digits. Tonight he gets a first two around the ring, and it doesn't really matter how you get them, but anything can spark you, anything can give you some confidence, and she really does need to come up with a double-digit points performance just to get her team close in this. Kozina will reverse, looks to pick, they turn it down, Belek over to the corner, Namok, got it!
Just when Lithuania get a 2, Russia respond with a 3.
Well, Coach Miskin has been looking for Namok. She's not really had the numbers, points-wise, to justify it. But he keeps going back to her. I think he believes that she could be another guard option for him. Good length, good touch as a shooter.
Another youngster, 22 years of age.
How times change, Roy. You know, one of the 3 players from Spartak Moscow. In the past would have been three clubs basically this whole program from, except for the one
Loganova, I think.
Yep.
It is. She's from the Chivakata club,
Yep.
which is new to me.
Tonight outside, didn't even look at the ring. Scotty goes against Kozina for speed. Tonight he goes after it hard. Vieru missed her on the box out. They've got to put it up. Too late. There were good things about that for Lithuania, but the end product is still a turnover. 18-point lead for Russia, and ominous for the rest of this competition. Didn't come here as a massive pre-tournament favorite as they have in the past, but they're playing themselves into a major contender role.
Well, they've been through a decade of a slump, really, haven't they, Russia? But on the way back now, definitely, with this team.
Belek looks inside Kozina on a little give and go. And Vieru shouldn't have gone close. I think she should have stayed wide. Now Lithuania take the second of their timeouts in the last minute of the first half. Russia have the 39-21 lead and are dominant. Far be it from me to suggest that they could have had timeouts or tried to change it earlier. But they're down 39-21. They take a timeout with 50 seconds to go. The problem that we've talked about, they haven't tried anything different offensively.
Well, they haven't actually put that much energy into the game.
No.
I was really impressed when they played Hungary, trailing by 16, and the energy that exuded from Lithuania was just awesome. And where is it today?
Well, and they're playing Russia, normally a game that is really meaningful for Lithuania, like local derby type stuff. Can they finish the half on a high? Russia show they showed the zone, then match up man to man. Splova gets inside, needs a pass, finds one. Petone finally gets it, but she just throws it inside, outside.
That's more like it.
Vinian gets the...
And how different, Mark? They took 19 seconds to get a shot away.
5 or 6 passes.
And it was an open shot. Or open-ish, anyway.
Well, and they went inside to Petone where she didn't have to force it. They still stay with a 2-3 zone. A stop and a score would let them go into the half-time period a little bit more positively.
Good hands.
Linkavicienne, when you need your vet, when you need a player, she's the one.
And the shot clock has been turned off. Oh, and they give the ball away.
Poor decisions. And Kozina and Russia will hold this for the last shot. 10 seconds. Vieru sets the screen for Beliakova. Needs a pass, finds one. Kozina's going to fire up the long three. Doesn't get the drop. What a ball by Vieru. I think the officials are going to wipe it off, and I think you're absolutely right.
Well, Coach Mishkin is saying 2 points, please. And the referee says, no way. He's still asking for 2, you know. Now, the key there was the red light lighting up on the backboard. Let's have a look.
There's the rebound, going back up, red light on.
Ooh, very close.
It's close, but that's how good the technology is with a red light. If there hadn't been the red light, would have been, oh, is it not? Looks like it's no good to me.
And Coach Mishkin is still waiting for clarification, I think.
Yeah, he's quite rightly gonna milk this for everything. There's the shot, there's the rebound. Has she let go of it?
Oh, wow.
So first look, I'm like...
The referees are looking at the monitor.
Yeah, the first look was like, no, but then maybe Coach Mishkin it's that close.
His team lead by 16, and he wants that to be 18. Well, if I were Lithuania, I'd get off to the locker room and talk things over, first of all.
Well, Coach Mishkin milked it for as much as he could. A little bit of histrionics after the call, all with a smile on his face. But what we have at half-time is 39-23. That was dominant from Russia. Gonna get a look at the stats, Roy.
All I can say really is that Lithuania have come back from 16 points behind previously in this tournament. So we don't take sides, of course, but we do like close games. And just look at those stats there. From 3-point range, Lithuania 0 from 9. Okay, Russia have only got 2 from 6. But what's the saying? If you live by the 3, you'll die by it. Pretty good from the foul line, of course. 9 from 9. And again, Russia over twice as good as Lithuania from 2-point range. They're out rebounding Lithuania as well. Better passing. How many of those passes, how many of those assists from a certain Irina Isipova? I'll tell you 5. So Isipova over half of Russia's assists there. No, just not quite half. Amazingly, 11 turnovers by Russia, only 9 by Lithuania. It just feels like more. But then again, Russia so powerful in the paint, 4 blocks to 0. Badiva, 16 years of age, leading scorer for Russia.
Only person in double figures in the game. And she also has 4 fouls, mind, but...
she puts herself around a bit.
Oh, no, she's like a sponge. When you watch them practice, she just lives on Coach Mishkin's words. She just listens, gets it done, and he's basically the same type of age, a little bit older maybe than her mother, and her mother's literally said to him, that was part of Paul's piece, you know, take care of my daughter, and he's doing more than taking care of her, he's taking her to the next level. The great thing about this Russian team, Roy, is that they share everything. They share rebounds, they share the ball, and it's always good as you see a group in a tournament develop in a positive way.
And they like each other's company, obviously.
Yep.
They're playing for each other, sharing the ball around, and leading against a team that can play pretty well, but they've limited Lithuania to just 23 points tonight so far.
Well, we'll leave you some highlights of that first half. We'll be back in around 10 minutes to see if Lithuania can repeat that comeback from early in this competition. And we'll leave you with a picture of Isipova, who's probably been the leading player of the half. We'll see you in about 10. Welcome back to your just at half-time of the second game of the day. Russia have a dominant 39-23 advantage over Lithuania. Equation very simple for Lithuania, 0 for 9 from the three-point line. Only 2 points for Gunter Petronaite on the inside. Those two numbers have to change, otherwise we don't have a ball game. But as you said, Roy, they've come back from this number earlier in the tournament, and the team like Lithuania won't stop shooting the ball. So if they start getting those threes to drop and that extends the floor, they've got a chance.
Yeah, dominant performance there from Russia, and a key statistic from Lithuania, they got 2 points from the bench. Russia got 17. Disappointing first half there for Gintar Petronaite, 4 points. Just one field goal, but this is not the Lithuania I saw in Sopron after the first two games. I thought they were on a roll. I still can't understand why Coach Chenius only had his timeout with, well, very, very late in the first half. And really, if you're playing badly, then call a timeout, do something about it, at least change things.
Yep.
Don't shoot the ball within 4 or 5 seconds of possession, especially when you're on a 0-9 run.
Well, from the three-point line, 0-9, and you mentioned Petronaite only one field goal, and that's 1 from 7. So your two key threats, perhaps, your ability to shoot the ball and your quality inside player, that's 1 for 16, and that's just, you're not going to beat anybody, let alone a team of the quality of Russia. So Russia go back to the starting lineup. Magic Osipova, I think we've christened her now, out of the backhand of the ball, and passes from everywhere. He's back in the game. And there's a turn. That is not the start you need. Prince in transition. Makes the smart decision. Doesn't have an option. Goes inside. Vieru inside, outside. Prince has a look. Takes the ball screen. And Vieru just can't handle the basketball.
Better defense there from Petronaite, though.
Yeah.
Now, stop giving the ball away, Lithuania.
Set some screens, get some shots in rhythm. Give your superstar the basketball. She has it now. Gets it back. Oshadi goes up. And can't make a gimme of a layup. Osipova hangs on, and Russia have a chance.
You know, Petronaite, she can shoot the three, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Jump hook from Vieira is good. And she caught the ball around the charge circle. It's just so deep. It's great execution of transition.
Coach Mishkin there, trying not to smile with his team leading by 18 points. The leading scorer for Lithuania just scored a 3. Kamil Nakiskaita.
Nakiskaita backed out, got some space, knocks it down. Belyakova will advance the other way. Osipova goes inside. Vieru going to work. Inside, outside. Belyakova looks in. Osipova has it. Puts it on the floor now. Little head fake, step through, goes up, off the glass, doesn't get the drop. The ball will belong to Russia. They'll get a 14-second reset. And it was like she had no one to pass to, so she thought, why not? I'll put it on the floor. Krylova will give up the inbound pass to Anthony Prince. It's far too easy. This Lithuanian team have just got to start playing some defense. Take Russia out of where they want to play. Prince on the dribble, steps through, far side, and one.
She gets an and one with 3 seconds on the shot clock.
And I think all the fans in this gym, all of us sitting here, knew Prince was going to go to the far side of the ring. Now she's got a chance for the three-point play. Nice start by Russia. And Prince completes the three-point play. Well, they threw it up off a down screen again. Back-to-back threes.
Well, she's bought her game tonight, Nakiskaita. Now she needs her teammates to do the same thing.
And she comes up with a steal. Nashikaita got a 2-on-1. Petronaite tries to get there with her. Poor finish. Osipova knocks it away. Worked hard, the vet. Well, over the last two, Roy, she possibly could have stopped and popped a 3 as opposed to miss a layup. Kaite trying to bring this Lithuanian lineup back into this screen in. They step out for three, and Kirilova gets the missed and gets the defensive rebound. Prince in transition. Skip pass. Belyakova, they change the angle, no pass. And they're going to go inside to Vieru again, and she picks up another foul.
What's the old adage? Like something about a hot hand, isn't it? Yep. And at the moment, the only hot hand for Lithuania is number 6, Kamil Nekiskaita. 14 points, that's better than her average. His coach, Anatoly Mishkin, looks a little concerned, but his team is still leading by 15.
Oh, Prince got him on a back cut. Oh,
the assist, the assist.
That's the way to play with a team. You check. The pass possibly was there from in the first one, but as soon as Osipova caught it, she knew Prince was there. And a little bit of Hollywood on the pass.
6 points, 6 assists.
Tough move to the hoop. Pettinelli goes up, doesn't get the drop. She'll go to the free throw line, and Vieru took a blow to the chin.
Petronais has been, well, for 2 of the 4 games played in Group C, she's been really enjoying her basketball. She just looks not frightened, she looks worried about things at the moment.
Oh, she's definitely feeling the pressure she's under. Short from the free throw line as well.
She doesn't normally miss the foul shots. Look at that, 14.8 points a game so far in the tournament. And tonight, 5 so far.
Yeah. Prince elevates. Osipova moves it on faster than anybody. Belyakova will spread the floor. Russia and Aaron, they're already in time and possession mode. Taking time with the ball, keeping possession. Under 10 on the shot clock. Osipova ducks in. Inside, outside. Only 4 on the clock. Prince has got to put it up. Goes up tough. Well, another 24-second ticks off the clock. And we're at 6:50 in the third. And Belyakova comes up with a steal. They've got 3-on-2 here. Prince has it. Osipova gets it to Belyakova for the long 2. And we've got an offensive foul called.
Osipova passed and then rolled and took the man out, I think. At least I think that's what the offensive foul was.
Well, we may get a look.
There's the pass. Yeah, and there's taking a man out.
I've seen worse, she was saying. Kivesiem will move it on. Kasaite comes off the screen, comes back, gets her feet set, has to fire the 3, short, gets her own rebound, gets the 2.
Well, the only person who knows whether a shot is definitely going to hit or miss is the shooter. She knew it was going to miss and chased after it.
Osipova outside the 3 will hand off. Osipova has it down low, 7 on the shot clock.
The no-look pass this time is to no one.
Pass was closer to Coach Miskin.
And Coach Miskin has just let Irina Osipova know what he thought about that.
Well, she should have just gone to work down there, shouldn't she? Had 1-on-1 in the post, had the chance to go to work. Lithuania step back 3 again. We could have put a record on that play. And that time it's no good for Kutien, and Prince again on the dribble, looks to create. Osipova's getting a lot of touches. Going to work on the inside this time, goes to the turnaround. And Vieru's on the glass. Osipova gets the 2.
So 8, 5, and 6, that's her figures. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, Osipova.
She's definitely a member of a team on the inside there. Prince fouls, and 1. Kasaite gets the drop, will go to the free throw line.
Lithuania just needs something to ignite. Perhaps that's it, and 1.
Well, they've had joy going to the basket in terms of getting to the free throw line. And that's the only place they've had joy there, and they need to, and they've got a few 3s to drop, so there's possibly light at the end of the tunnel. They still only trail by 13. It feels a lot bigger. It's still only a 13-point margin. Osipova has it outside the 3.
And that's an offensive foul. The Perhaps now's the time for Lithuania.
Right, as consistently as there was no way that Vieru was set to set the screen. Malina Kuzina will come in for Vieru.
4 fouls, Vieru.
So Vieru on 4, Vadiva on 4. Osipova on 2, so the bigs picking up fouls.
Well, we might have been doing Lithuania a disservice. They might be waiting for their moment.
This has to be the moment then. Saite moves it
Oh,
on.
Petronaite offensive foul. Just arms all over Osipova.
It's an interesting dilemma that players get refereed in a particular way, ask for consistency and then get it, and then don't change the way they play. Here's Kirilova, 2011 MVP in the half court. Osipova out top. You'd think they might want to guard Osipova because as she touches the basketball, good things happen. Prince off the pick and roll. Osipova, beautiful dive. Great timing on the pass, but Osipova can't complete. Little pass inside. Oh.
Would have been the assist of the game so far.
She goes back smiling, but inside she'll be hurting. The 3 is gone. He's good.
Well, I tell you what, it's only a 10-point game.
Dukasate gets the 3. Namuk's going to come back for the Russians.
The crowd have woken up here.
And in some ways now, Russia faced with that scenario, you're on total dominance, but you're only up by 10. If you only make some 3s, it's going to be tough for them to break out of that sort of relaxed mode. Ilyakova moves on to Osipova, down to 5 again. They're getting so deep on the shot clock. Osipova at speed off the glass for 2.
Well, I think Coach Mishkin was going to call a timeout then. He's changed his mind.
Now Osipova goes to 10 points. Looks like she's way on course for another, at least a double-double.
Could be a triple, you know. She needs 4 more rebounds and 4 more assists for a triple-double.
Oh, nice find. They find
great
Petrelli, goes
passing.
up, gets the 2.
It's back to 10.
Just hanging around, hanging around. Still loads of time in the game. 3:20 to go in the third. Russia have it by 10, 50-40. It feels like they have it by 20. Oh, great reaction by Liga Vicien to help that. Kuzina lines it up for 3. Got it!
Oh. Well, 3 Lithuanian players thought they'd intercepted the pass then. None of them did. And Kuzina buried a 3.
And that's what Kuzina does to teams, open 3s. Gets out, Petronati on the inside, and Osipova thought twice about for the block and tells Kuzina what she thinks of her defense.
Now, this is more like the Lithuania I saw against Hungary and against Sweden.
Well, they're finding a way to get back in this. They only try by 11. Osipova has it outside. Prince has it. Will get the ball screen for Kuzina, who will always pop. Puts it on the floor. Tough looking shot. That's better defense all round. The Lithuania have numbers. Oh, and they throw it away.
Again.
Kirilova looks to the post. Kuzina will just release it. And Kirilova is off. No one gets their feet inside the keyway except Kuzina. And Sakete
great
turns
hands.
it over.
Great hands from Osipova. You've got to protect the ball, Gintari, Petronaite.
Prince will now use Osipova's screen in the half court. Kuzina lines up the 3, got it! Well, the scouting report should say make her put the ball on the floor, not stand there looking at her make the 3. Back-to-back 3s for Monika Kuzina. Lithuania answering with a 3 of their own is long, and Tienkic can't get anything to drop. Gets it back, almost turns it over. Litvishien penetrates, goes off the glass.
Naki Skaita is demanding the ball, and they're not finding her. Number 6 for Lithuania.
Prince into the keyway, kicks to the corner. Kirilova, got it!
3 threes have killed the game again.
Just when you thought there was an opportunity for Lithuania to get this into a single-digit game, they've gone 3 threes, and Osipova penetration.
It was 10.
Well, this is the Lithuanian timeout, and maybe another one that's a little too late, should we say. 59-42. And turnovers in the last minute have just killed them. They had a chance to get it to 10 and then one chance to get it under. And they've given turnovers, and then Russia have gone down and gone three from the three-point line. Osipova got to the basket for 2.
It was 38-48. It is now 42-59. From 10 to 17 in the blink of an eye.
Well, can't say enough great things about Lyudmila Osipova. Every part of the game she's making a contribution to.
For a player who turns 34 next week, Irina Osipova.
What's the phrase? Age is just a number, and she really does personify that. She looks in great shape. She's dealing with a slight injury, and she's coming up with 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 10 points. Just phenomenal performance.
Last minute of the third.
Try to get it off to Osipova. Now buries the 3. Well, they came out of the timeout, and she's not going to pass up the open look. They just need to get stops and take care of it. Here's Prince. Russia will try and use the clock. Nemuk just shaking and baking here. Spins to the middle, spins to the baseline.
Nakiskaita thought there was a little bit of hook there, but she does informs the referee of that opinion nicely.
Prince will come off 2 staggers. They find Kuzina on a pop. Nails the long 2. She's just made her last 3 shots. The only shot she's missed is when they made her put it on the floor.
She moves into double figures now.
Okusate gets it into the half court. Osipova looks underneath. And Petronides just setting screens. Nothing gets the touch. She's wide open.
Nice.
Must score.
That's it. Lovely pass. The pick and roll played to perfection there.
Prince is going to put this up. Little hang time. Doesn't get the roll. And at the end of the third quarter, Russia led by as many as 16 at one point. Were dragged back to 10. They've ended the half 61-47 in the lead. You still feel they're in control.
I don't understand what Coach Mishkin is complaining to Vieira about, Kuzina rather about. He's pointing to the clock, I think, and saying that did they shoot too early?
I think I don't know if he was very unhappy with a pick and roll where Petronides just rolled. No one did anything to try and roll and protect it. But
well, from shooting 0 from 9 from three-point range in the first half. Now Lithuania 25%. That's a vast improvement. And I tell you what, Mark, it's not over yet. You never know. You never know in this. Well, what were we talking about on the way from the hotel to the arena today? One of the great things about basketball is the uncertainty of end result.
And the thing about it, well, as you say, it's only a 14-point game against a team that shoots a lot of threes, has missed a lot of threes. So the stats tell you that at some point they're going to make. They went 50% in that quarter. If they go 60, 70% from the 3, they're right back in it. And it also changes the shape of the Russian defense. The other real bright spark was the pick and roll where Petronides did score. So they've got ways to score.
Just as long as Lithuania don't take the 3 after 3 or 4 or 5 seconds every offense, use the shot clock, pass the ball around, find the open player, and make them work, make the defense work. Now, it sounds very much as though we want Lithuania to do well here. We do. We don't want, we take no sides, but this could be a close game. If Lithuania think about it, if the coach says to them, let's play with the energy that you showed for about 4 or 5 minutes in that third period and play smart, this could be a really close game. Well, this could throw the whole group wide open.
Absolutely right, and that's why Coach Mishkin is not going to get into rotations of players. He's got to try and manage this out now. Prince has her turn at the point.
Now that's an important matchup there. Okusgaita against Prince.
Well, they run the play to get Nemuk the ball in the baseline. Comes off the screen. Osipova will roll. Nemuk stops, pops, is off. Great work on the glass. Chance here in transition. Sukaite goes inside. Petronides foul.
We've got to say, it's a good foul by Kuzina because that was a guaranteed 2.
Good foul, hard foul. Petronides got to pick herself up.
Last time Petronides was on the foul line, The first foul shot would just about clip the front of the rim. Let's see some poise, Gintari. That's more like the Gintari Petronaiti that Lithuania know and love.
Well, for trials and tribulations. Oh, great work on the board, going up the offensive rebound. They can't get it. Petronaiti gets the second offensive look. Steps through, right hand, gets the two.
Great work. Stayed
with it. And
I was about to say, why didn't the referee say there's a lane violation there? Because Kuzina was in so early. In actual fact, it was a good no call as far as Lithuania are concerned.
Kirilova outside the three-point line. Osipova gets a touch, goes hand off. Oh, beautiful move. Osipova.
She does like the no-look pass, doesn't she?
She should have gone up, had the chance to go up and get up. And he knows it's only an 11-point game, Coach Miskin. He knows you can't get into showtime here. Petronaiti gets a better cut. Now she's got to go to work in the post. Gets to the middle, comes back to the right hand, goes up, gets the soft touch.
It's a 9-point game.
16 points for Petronaiti personal. And Lithuania, one thing about them, they never know when they're beat. Kirilova picks it up. Namuk has it. Prince. And Russia have got so caught up with this slow it down, get it to the 24-second. They're just not looking to push at all. 5 on the shot clock. Prince takes a tough one, way off. Defensive rebound. Xenia looks long. Petronaiti's released. Just got to go up, and quite rightly was fouled by Kirilova on the floor.
Again, a good foul. Stopped the guaranteed 2. And Coach Mishkin not calling a timeout, just subbing in.
Well, he's gone back to 5 of his first 6, should we say. Only Viru's sitting out at the moment. Vadiva's back in. That's how much confidence Coach Miskin has in the 16-year-old. Yep, she's on 4 fouls.
He's also put his captain back in there, Eugenia Belikova. Show a bit of leadership. Oh, the no look. Oh, it's a 7-point game.
61-54.
It was 19 points not so long ago. Now it's 7.
Prince off the ball screen. Gets to the middle. Needs a pass, finds a pass. Kirilova penetrates, takes the tough runner, and buries it. That's what an MVP does to you. Izokishite will come down. And they got to keep the momentum ticking over. They trail 7:40 to go. Ishite looking underneath. Petronaiti's wanting it again, gets it. Looks to the pass, goes to the middle. It's going to come back to that right hand, off the glass for 2.
Now it's 7.
Vu.
Oh, Coach Mentos Junius, you know, he still believes. If he loses this, he'll think, what happened in that first half?
Needs a pass. Vadiva looks down low, can't find Osipova, goes to work inside, doesn't get the drop. Osipova can't keep it alive. Chance to make it a 6.5-point game.
If that goes
the 3
in,
is gone. It's good. 4-point game, 7:03 to go. Lithuania on a roll with momentum. Mishkin takes the timeout, 63-59. And there's no smile from Osipova as she comes to the bench now. That's why Mishkin is unhappy about the backhanded pass. That's why the turnovers that this team have committed might hurt them. Lithuania right back in the game.
where has this energy come from?
Well, I believe you always get the scenario. If you just change the way you play because you think you're controlling the game, and another team gets momentum, you can't change what you're doing. And Kirilova's last shot off balance. Prince's last shot off balance. They haven't now got the rhythm, momentum, and more importantly, Lithuania are now a step quicker defensively. Such an important trip. 7 to go, an eternity as Prince advances it. Osipova's got to keep getting touches. Beliakova outside, looks underneath. Viro wants it, will get it, and we're going to get a holding foul. She established position, and there was no way that Gugas Skate could really get round. 14 reset, 6:49. Kirilova will inbound.
Gintari Petronaiti had, well, she didn't look at the hoop for the first 7 or 8 minutes of the game. She's on 18 points now, and she's on the Lithuanian bench.
Eru spins, steps through, goes with a tough hook, doesn't get it, gets her own rebound, gets a full team reset. Prince makes the tough play, hits the underside of the ring, gets her own rebound, that's strong. Can't make the finish, it will be a Russia basketball on the baseline.
Referees looking at each other. They're not certain, you know. Well, now what the referee said there is they don't know, so it's a held ball. Direction arrow pointing Lithuania's way.
Yeah. 3 officials on the floor. Someone you would hope would see it.
They actually looked at each other, and they both shook their heads, the referees. Now, if they don't know, that's good. That's good. Oh, my word!
Okasadi kicks it inside, outside. Three's gone.
Ah!
Got it!
It's a one-point game!
Gutiani's not made a shot all game. Buries the 3, and we're at 63 to 62. Osipova with the ball screen. The Russian lack of point guard, is it going to come and hurt them now? Goes inside, Osipova's got a touch. Inside, outside, Belikova for 3 is off.
Oh, what a hustle.
And the ball's out of bounds, and Osipova will have to get back and play defense. Russia by as many as 16. Lead by 1 with 5:48 to go.
Mark, tell me, truthfully, did you ever think Lithuania could take the lead?
No. No, they would, as far as I saw no way from coming back unless Russia let them back. Oh, easy.
They
Easy
take the lead.
Gigaslaute gets the 2. Lithuania, after trailing by 16, lead it by 1. Osipova outside the 3. We'll move it on. Beliakova. Russia stay with what Russia do. Kirilova's chased off the 3-point line. Viru underneath goes up, finishes off the glass. Kirilova didn't panic. MVP of 2011 just showed so much composure. Oshikaite comes off the screen, turns the corner, implied with a pass, knocked away by Viru, and it will be a Lithuania basketball 12 on the shot clock.
Lithuania led by 12 seconds at the beginning of the game. They led for about 8 seconds late in the 3rd. They trail by 1 now. Who would have thought?
Wide open, having made the one before, is long, knocked away by Osipova. Very smart. Grilova will. Osipova wants another touch. They go lob to Vieru, and there's a holding foul. They just can't deal with her. It's not hard. Make a decision about how you're going to deal with her. Make a decision about where you wanted to catch it, not where she does. 16 seconds on the shot clock, 4:45 in the game.
And Nakis guys have read that as well. She came across, intercepted it, but after the foul.
Prince just outside the 3. Comes off the ball screen. We've got a foul as she penetrated with a 3rd team foul for Lithuania.
Great hesitation dribble from Epiphany Prince.
Beliakova and Prince. Under 10. Vieru gets the ball screen and dives to the ring. Prince is going to have to go up off the glass. Vieru, great job on the glass. And there's the foul. Kutien just did not box out, turned, looked at the ball. Vieru just outworked her. We'll go to the free throw line for 2, and every shot now is vital.
Where is Gintari Petronaiti? Well, now, will she get 2 more shots?
She's going to get 2.
Petronaiti's waiting to get in. Yeah, the buzzer went.
as she was shooting it, so.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Well, the Lithuanian bench will claim justice is now done, and we're back to where we were. Vieru makes the second of the free throws. Petronati comes back. 4:21 to go in the game. She's back to try and seal an unlikely victory for Lithuania.
And the first thing Coach Mishkin said, Natalie, just look who's coming back in. He alerted Vieru to the fact that Petronati's back in there.
Little right hand
Oh,
jump.
wonderful.
Good, beautiful finish. Bigoslave gets the 2. And we're tied at 66. New ball game with 4 minutes to go. Prince. Russia taking an eternity to get the ball screen way outside. Now they're going to walk it in there. Under 10 already. This just really doesn't give him a lot of time to play. Prince attacks the gap. Belyakova wide open. Feet set. Nails it.
The assist from Prince.
All day, all night to make that. Just drew the top of the defense, kicked it. Belyakova knocks it down. Skaite. Vieru comes across and helps. Steps out, long 2. Got it! .318 to go, 1 point game, Belyakova. Osipova wants touches, wants to feel it, got it now. Hands off, creates space for Belyakova. Osipova wide open, mid-range, count him.
They're going to miss from there.
Not quite sure she was as relaxed as she was earlier in the game, but she didn't back down, took it and made it.
Still pretty close to that triple-double. Osipova, 12, 7, and 6.
Whistle
That's
away
an
from the
offensive foul.
basketball, and Petronati puts her hands up, but it's the same type of call they've been making all tournament. And that is the 14th foul, offensive foul though, so no shots.
Yeah, there's the offensive foul. Bottom of your screen there, just pushing Osipova. Naki Skaita comes out. She's on 17 points, the number 6 for Lithuania.
There are only 2:50 to go in the game.
Yep.
Interesting. Linkevicien's back in. They've left Solopova in. Here's Prince. Belyakova off a couple of screens. We'll get a ball screen. Turns it down, and there's a reach-in foul.
Linkevician. Don't think it was Osuskaita. Oh, it was.
Well,
it was, yeah.
She got involved, one pass away. Shouldn't really be doing that anyway. And Russia look like they're steadied the ship. 71-68, still 2:33 to go. Belyakova.
But no smiles now, Mark.
No, no.
Not from the Russians.
The great thing for Russia, if they get away with this, is they'll have grown again as a team. And Belyakova goes 2 for 2. There's a lot of players on the floor in the Russian lineup. We're playing a lot of minutes. Makashete in the half court, needs a pass, finds one, gets it back. Oh, poor decision.
No. Don't try and pass through traffic.
Belyakova and Russia back into time and possession. They have no little time, they have possession. 10 on the shot. Prince, little hesitation. Belyakova for 3 is way off. Selipova looks long, there's no pass for Linkevician. Belyakova did a great job. We've got a mid-court foul. And Lithuania will have a sideline possession. Russia still not in the penalty.
That's the third against Russia. Good foul from Kirilova.
Linkevician. Selipova wanted to shoot it, tried to curl, now has to go off the ball screen. Takes the tough 3. Oh, buries it. What's the foul?
Her second 3.
73-71. Tough shot. And Kirilova will advance it because Solopova's out here celebrating the 3. Osipova and Prince. Well, looks like Lithuania fancy their opportunities to stop them in the half court. They are just gonna... Oh, great play! Linkevician comes up with a steal. 3-on-2 break, they've got numbers. Solopova inside, outside. Linkevician for the 3, got it!
Oh, timeout,
Takes
Russia!
the lead and puts puts Russia back into a timeout. Just when you thought Russia had steadied the ship, back-to-back threes, 6-0 run, 74-73. Russia take the timeout.
There is an air of disbelief around the entire arena. From trailing by 16 not so long ago, it may even have been 19 at one stage. Lithuania lead Russia by 1. Remember, not so long ago, we were talking about Lithuania trying to avoid a 0-3 record.
Well, we always gave them a shooter's chance, and they've made some big threes. And not only have they made big threes, down the other end, they've come up with stops at key moments. 1:19 to go, Russia have the basketball, then advance it to the front court. Coach Riskin's only got the one timeout left.
Lithuania have 2 timeouts left with 89 seconds left in regulation.
This is where Russia have to go, stay with what's worked. Osipova's has always been good when she's had touches. Kirilova's been their most productive and consistent perimeter shooter. Prince takes the early 3. Great defensive rebound by Lithuania. Now we're in a different game. Now Lithuania aren't chasing it, but do they change what they've been doing? Does Petronati get a touch? Kusaite on the dribble, moves it on. Selipova.
Solipova's just hit 2 threes.
She's feeling this. She looks down, turns the corner, goes and wraps the pass to Petronati. 4 on the shot clock. It's got to go up. Tough shot, it's up. And Vieru comes down with a rebound. We're in the last 40 seconds of this, and Russia trail 1 with the basketball. You'd expect him to go early enough to get it back.
Osipova says, calm down, slow it down. I'll set you a screen, Epiphany.
Vieru sets the screen. Osipova has it inside, going to work. Oh, goes up and gets a block from Petronati.
There's the shot clock buzzer.
Osipova's looking at a layup, believes she's going to make it, and Petronati gets a huge block.
But it was in slow motion. Now, who's that hurt? Is that Solipova?
7. No, it's 7. It's Solipova.
Timeout. Yeah, Solipova got one on the nose.
This is where players need to be in timeouts and medical staff need to be. He just got hit in the face. Well, it hurts. Get up and play.
Isipova was looking around there expecting a foul to be called. It was a complete accident. And poor Marina Solipova got the wrong end of Isipova's elbow on her nose.
Well, Lithuania timeout. Russia still have 1 foul to give. 19 seconds left in the game. It's going to be down to Petronati getting a touch. Will Russia go steal and use that foul? They're going to go hard for the steal early anyway. Lithuania will only shoot this again from the foul line. Russia will go hard to steal.
Well, we're watching highlights so far. There's Osipova wide open, but the last offense, she went to the hoop, missed.
Petronati's block. That's Petronati blocking a shot that basically could have actually sealed a victory.
And Lithuania have possession with 19.2 seconds remaining in regulation.
Russia will definitely go steal or foul as quickly as they can here.
Russia have a foul to give.
Well, they're not going to, well, they are. They get a foul out. They're going to play it. Is Kirilova going to block, try and no? Solipova's eating the clock. She's just keeping it away from him. What a great job. Linkevician gets fouled.
My goodness
me. 10
me.
seconds came off the clock.
And still, well, that just puts Russia in the penalty now with 9 seconds remaining.
Because they're going to go sideline again. They took 10 seconds to foul.
Timeout, Lithuania.
So Lithuania take their last time out because that's all they think they need to do, get it in. If they get it in and foul, it's still going to have Russia with an opportunity with a timeout to tie it or win it. can't believe they took so long to chase Solopova. And she did a marvelous job keeping the ball away. So any foul could have potentially been called unsportsmanlike.
Now, I think Coach Chernys has he's mapped out a spread the floor play there. Look at the foul trouble against Russia. If we go to overtime, there's going to be a lot of people very worried about fouling out. Irina Osipova there, she's looking in disbelief up at the giant scoreboard here in Gio.
It's one of those games for me, Roy, where a team was in control and didn't work hard enough to put the game out of reach. They were happy just to pace it. They're going to go steal or foul on the catch here. If they don't, they're going to waste time again. Well, Petronati's not really who you want to foul, but they do.
One of the best foul shooters there.
And Vieira's going to step out with the 5 fouls. Mishkin says he wants... Mishkin wants the timeout after the free throws, obviously.
Vieira's fouled out.
He's got to go Kuzina because he may need a 3 to tie this.
Gintari Petronati on the foul line on 18 points.
Whatever happens, it's going to be a 1-possession game.
That's
she
cool.
makes the first.
I've used the expression before, that is so aesthetically pleasing, that foul shot.
Got to box out here, Russia. The last thing they need is a miss and an offensive rebound. Timeout, Russia. 8 seconds left in the game. 3-point advantage for Lithuania.
Now, Mark, if you're Lithuania, do you foul?
Yes.
Put them on the line.
With only 8 seconds left, the one thing you don't... Well, what Mishkin has to do here is run a play to get a catch and shoot from the 3-point line, which takes away the foul, because if they foul them, then it's going to be 3 free throws. If they foul before the ball comes in, it's an unsportsmanlike foul. So
that has been called. That was called in Chopron.
There's no interpretation available to the referee. The ball's not in play, so it must be unsportsmanlike. So this is EuroBasket women. This is what it's all about in the second round, because Lithuania with the win here put themselves right back in the contention for one of the top 4 places. Got to be a play to get the shot from the pass if they at all can. They've got to catch it outside the 3-point line, give themselves a chance to go up and shoot it, and then Lithuania have got to make the decision then. If they don't play smart, they could foul the 3-point shot.
There's Kuzina, the obvious target for this first pass to take one of the passes to take a 3-point shot.
Everybody except for Osipova is a 3-point threat on the floor right now. Fowler.
There's the foul. She heard you, Mark.
Damn. Well, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't run a play to try and get a catch and a 3.
Epiphany Prince on the foul line, 11 points.
But there's still 5 seconds to go, so there's no timeouts in the game. So you know the trouble for Russia, they don't have a timeout either. So when Prince makes this, if they don't steal and foul...
The key here is for Lithuania to get the ball in play to an open player. She missed on purpose. No, yes, she did. There's the rebound. There's the foul by Prince. It's a 2-shot foul. And Kamil Nakiskaita will walk to the far length of the floor to take 2 foul shots with just under 3 seconds to go and her team leading by 2. Nakiskaita on 17 points so far.
Well, interesting way to try and close out the game for Russia. Nakiskaita's got to make one. Well, if she makes one of these, we've still got...
If she makes 2, that's the game.
That's the game. But if she makes one of these, there's an outside chance of the 3.
Good Kuskaita comes in to replace Petraiti. There's the 1. There is an air of disbelief around Gio.
Excited. Ices the game with the second. And from 18 points down.
Amazing, amazing, absolutely.
Come back from what can only be described as not only the dead but buried. And they have come back and won a game by 4. Brought themselves right back into contention in this group. And I've got to say, Russia gave them every opportunity just by slowing the whole pace down. But you can't take anything away from that Lithuanian team. And for all the trials and tribulations, Petrinaiti's game, she ends up with 20. Nakashkedi has 19. They trail by 18, win by 4. That is a phenomenal performance by Lithuania. And what will that do for their confidence going forward? They'll believe they're a quarter-final team now.
Well, whatever Lithuania had in that second half, if you could bottle it, you'd be the richest man in the world. That is just unbelievable.
Well, as I say, I'll repeat this, as the stats are up, I repeat the fact that Russia just slowed down, gave themselves a chance, and the team that was actually totally dominant lost by 4. And what a performance by Lithuania. What a comeback. That puts them right in the mix for a place in the quarterfinal.
Well, we've had 2 games, 2 absolute classics. No, I'll rephrase that. It wasn't a classic in the first half today, but the second half comeback from Lithuania was just staggering.
But that makes it a classic, doesn't it? You know, you're not in the game, you're doing this, it sets it up, and that sets up the classic comeback. And but the great and the beauty of EuroBasket women basketball is that it means nothing if Lithuania don't come back out tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and come up with a performance. Russia start again, they've already got a win. There's so many teams in this group now with wins. If Croatia could come up with a win, we'd be set for an amazing 2 days to decide who goes to the quarterfinal. Well, there are the numbers, 78 to 74. That's just a great basketball game. We could go on about it forever. The more we say now just undermines it almost.
And I just go back to the first 5 minutes of the game. I personally was slating Gitari Petrinaiti. Yeah. She didn't look interested. She didn't look at the hoop. She didn't want the ball. She had no stats. She had nothing. Ended up with 20 points and her team wins. Now, it wasn't down solely to her. Phenomenal 3-point shooting in that second half.
Well, to an extent, that was the thing we was always saying. If they got some threes to drop, they would have a chance to win.
And boy, did they get some to drop.
They got some drop. None for 9 in the first half. And they get the win. Well, there's the shots up for Nakashite, who was their performer. We'll leave you now with the highlights of what was a phenomenal performance by Lithuania. We'll see you later on as Croatia will take the floor against defending champion Spain. We'll see you for that soon. But wow, we need to have a rest, a lie down, and a cold shower. We'll see you soon.